Welcome to Jam Band News.
Wow, what a ride.
Woo! 2023, the Jam Band News Wrap-Up Show.
Yeah, we started this puppy on January 14th.
I remember it. It's crystally burned in my memory.
We're coming up on a year.
2023, we are. Do you remember how funny it was at the beginning? We were a little afraid of putting ourselves out there.
We did an emoji.
And we had
did a
emojis
thing.
on our faces.
Will Phish play Manhattan? Stay tuned.
We decided to take the masks off at some point and just
Dig a little deeper.
get ourselves
Introduce
out there.
ourselves.
Absolutely. And so thank you all if you've been with us since January 14th or wherever you joined us along the way. We are super appreciative of you all watching and saying hi when you see us out at shows. And we just wanted to pop in and do our own little year in review. Shows that we've seen,
Venues we love.
people we lost along the way. I think we should just kick it right off with, I think we've seen Eggy maybe the most
No.
in 2023.
Twiddle.
You think we saw Twiddle more than Eggy?
Maybe.
Well, I'm not sure, but I have Eggy here first. We saw Eggy at some brand new venues for us and got to watch these dudes just absolutely crush it.
I agree. Yeah.
We got to go to Levon's Barn over in Woodstock, New York, our first time going.
I agree, yeah.
And we could not have been more pleased to see Eggy at Levon's.
What a unique little secret venue.
Absolutely. And you remember it was
Simeon.
wait. That guy showed up.
Yeah. Rusted Root.
Yeah, that guy.
Busted it out.
Oh, it was great.
We love that. That was great.
And we also saw Eggy at the Brooklyn Bowl in New York, and they were joined by the Kitchen Dwellers, as well as a new band to us, and we are going to keep our eyes on these guys, Sickard Hollow.
Sickard. Sickard Hollow.
Well, let us know how to say it, but we absolutely loved them. They were a quad,
Yeah.
right? And they were super fun, and we think those guys are on a pretty awesome trajectory. Twiddle.
Yeah. Our buds.
Yeah.
Our
So
band.
2023 was the end for now
Of this chapter.
of this chapter of Twiddle. And I've been seeing Twiddle for 10 years. Kevin, you've been seeing them for way longer than that. And yeah,
We went to Memorial Meltdown.
we sure did.
That's in Lake George. We went to Tumbledown out in New York.
Yeah, a new Tumbledown location out in Woodlands Forest out in New York, outside of Syracuse.
What's MF?
That's WLF, and that's the White Light Foundation. And the White Light Foundation, as some of you may or may not know, I was a part of, and we raised a whole ton of money, and that was something that I personally was super proud of, but Twiddle fans all around are also patting their backs at how much money we gave back.
Yeah, Twiddle gives $1 from every ticket sale to a local charity
Yes.
in the area.
Yeah.
And Katie's been helping out for the last few years. Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Okay. What's next?
Well, we
Friendsgiving?
we rounded out with Friendsgiving at the Capitol Theater, which is an annual tradition for the past 6 years, I believe.
It was amazing.
It really was. They had the Kitchen Dwellers for 2 nights, and then they busted out 3 sets for the last night. Minimal guests, which I personally appreciated because I just wanted to hear our guys, and
they put their heart and soul into it.
man, did
We
they.
felt it. We love these guys. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Super cool.
All right, well, next up, hard to top.
Tomorrow night,
Yeah, we are going to see Phish.
MSG.
But we did see Phish this summer at a bunch of places.
We did?
Yeah. Well, maybe not us, but our buddy Jim as well.
My dudes.
So we Saw them at MSG. They played 7 shows this summer, and we did get to see them this summer at MSG, which was super fun.
That's cool.
I got COVID. Our buddy Jim got to see the flood relief shows over at SPAC. As well as the Sleeper Syracuse show, which, you know, everywhere along the way, as fans plot out how they go, aka Salt Lake City, Dark Side of the Moon, there's always a show that people go, oh, it's a little far out of the way, I'm going to skip it. And Syracuse was that show for 2023, and they crushed it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
How about the Disco Biscuits?
Wow. Okay. Well,
yeah.
We're going right into it.
Yep.
Saw our first show, as many of you are aware, if you follow our channels at all, and we were blown away.
They got Herm on the lights now. They have a legion of fans that can only be described as most energetic, into it people that I was loving it. We
loyal.
loved it.
I will call them loyal. And I will say this. They were kind enough to share our review of their show.
Brownie.
And their fans were even kind. You know,
yeah.
There was a couple
we're
of
noobs.
Yeah, and you know what? Even in the comments, because boy, have we seen other fan bases just go after people. But we just felt the love, and we cannot wait to see the Disco Biscuits in 2024, specifically in March when they come to New Haven. But there's also Albany and Portland, Maine, a couple others on that tour. We also were very fortunate to be able to attend a second annual festival held right here in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Boy, they did a redo.
And it is called
And they did great.
And it is called Sound on Sound. And yes, they listened to the fans who had attended the first year and made some major improvements to the grounds, the festival itself, the food, the accommodations.
It rained so hard the day before that they delayed the opening and laid down all this gravel and made sure that it wasn't a disaster area. And we found gravel away from the main entrance, and it was a perfect view. It felt like we were 100 yards away from the biggest stage I've seen in a very long time. There were thousands of people there.
And we got to see some new bands that we've never seen before. We got to see Mount Joy, Lord Huron.
Lord Huron was
Nathaniel Ratliff.
Live and
the Night Sweats.
Yep.
Joy.
Ola Dukin.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, who we have seen, but Trey.
John Mayer.
Right. Speaking of Trey,
yeah.
It was also the night that James Casey lost his battle with colon cancer, and we are still very sad, and what a loss in the music community. We also lost David Crosby in 2023. Yeah, so very sad. But Trey killed it. It was his birthday, and we had a great time. John Mayer. Who else? Oh, Margot Price. She's an angel. She was fun.
Yep.
And
It was really fun. We ate great food.
Hosier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sound on Sound. We cannot wait for 2024.
We're going back.
What a great festival.
Speaking of another local Connecticut place, we are privileged to live pretty darn close to the Westville Music Bowl, a former tennis stadium that's been redone and turned into one of the coolest venues for live music in our area. And we live, I think, 15 less than.
And they partnered with AEG, which is Bowery Presents, and we're really excited for 2024
to see what they can bring in.
Because we think they're going to bring in some way bigger acts. It's never been open to full capacity before. Apparently, it could hold 9,000 people. So I'm expecting some big names, and it's going to be super fun. If you've never been to Westville Bowl, do yourself a favor and get to a show, because there's nothing like it.
We go 7, 8, 9. It depends who's playing and what's playing. What did we see this year?
We saw Cake.
We saw J-Rad.
You gave all you had. Why you wanna give more? The more that you give, the more that take.
We saw Phil.
We saw the Trey Band there.
That was the year before.
We saw Bob Weir.
And the Wolf
And
Brothers.
the Wolf Brothers.
We did.
Wait, James Casey was
James Casey played with Phil.
with Phil. That's
Yes,
what that
and
was.
sang Dear Prudence.
And
Wow.
that was, I think, his last performance, and that
It was incredible.
that was incredible.
Westville Bowl.
Westville Music Bowl.
So the ushers, you've never been to a place where the ushers will dance with you. There you can walk all the way around 360. No one's going to stop you.
They're kind. There's a smoking section out back.
Oh.
They warn you. They don't let people crowd other people. You can't ride on the back of other people, and
It's just
it's really great.
It's
yeah.
really one of the best venues.
The floor
I've
is
ever
fun.
Been to.
There's not a bad seat in the house.
My favorite outdoor venue.
Westville Music Bowl. Moving right
Absolutely.
along. Okay, we saw
Yep.
Bob Weir.
So we saw Bob Weir. We saw the end of Dead and Company, although we weren't there, but we all saw the end of Dead and Company. I'm putting those in quotes because once somebody starts to run out of money, well, they're going to be back.
See you at the Sphere.
Exactly. So honorable mentions, because there are some new and upcoming bands, and in 2024, we here at Jam Band News are going to start promoting, if you will, some of the lesser known bands that we get to see here on the East Coast. They're going to start to move west, Midwest, down south. Here they come.
Already blowing up. Daniel Donato.
Right. So
Country.
within 2023, he will be that tour with Eggy,
Right.
absolutely was huge for both Eggy and Daniel Donato. And
Did he play with Billy and the Kids?
he might have.
I think so.
He's
He's everywhere.
He is. But he's a super
We love
nice
him.
guy.
He's
We
cool.
do love
They
him.
just did a tour with Eggy. They're awesome.
They are, and you're going to see a lot more of them. Some other bands that maybe you've never heard of. Maybe if you're in California, you've never heard of Hilltop. Hilltop comes out of the Albany region, the 518.
Mm-hmm.
Annie in the Water. Wow, we just absolutely love Annie in the Water. We love those guys so much. They've been around for quite some time, but they're starting to get some traction and book some bigger shows. And
Have you heard of Dopapod? Rob Campa
yeah,
and
absolutely.
Eli.
Oh wow.
And they are a band. They are a jam band. Dopapod.
We love them.
Yeah.
Well, and Dopapod, Annie in the Water, and our girl Hayley Jane.
Yeah.
These are three up and coming, if not already out there, musical acts, and they do a lot together. Annie in the Water and Hayley Jane do a fun Fleetwood Mac tribute band called Hayley in the Water, and they have been sprinkling shows all over.
Another band we love,
Yeah.
Neighbor. Have you heard of Neighbor?
Neighbor. Our buddy Jim was lucky enough to see Neighbor live at the Capitol Theater. They opened up for Mo, and then got to sit in on a bunch of songs with
Lucky
Mo.
Devil.
Hello.
He rode the rail. I love that.
Have you ever heard of Dogs in a Pile out of Asbury Park, New Jersey?
Not a dead cover band,
Not a dead cover band.
although they do cover some dead songs.
And they rip.
They sure do. That Jimmy Law.
Jimmy Law.
Johnny Law is.
Pull you over.
Yeah, I was going to say, who you want to avoid? You don't want to avoid Jimmy Law.
Breakout stars of 2023 has got to be One Time Weekend at a West Hartford, Connecticut. Oh man, we've seen these guys a couple times this year. We love them. Their management is wild. Their stage presence is amazing. They jam. They have fun while they're playing, and we love One Time Weekend. What are we doing for New Year's?
Okay, so I wish we had a little like spin the wheel where we're going to go for New Year's because lots of options, but we decided that we wanted to support one of our would you call them up and coming because they're such famous musicians, but
No, they hopped right on.
Oh, I know what we're going to call them. They're a super group.
Yeah, an emerging super group.
Wow. Russ, Ray, and Scott, otherwise known as
Lamp. We love Lamp.
Wow, do we ever?
And we are going to the FTC in Fairfield, Connecticut tomorrow night,
Nope.
New Year's Eve,
Yep.
and it is going to be amazing. You're gonna have to try to come find us, and we
We're gonna
thank you
start
for your
doing-
support. Thank you for
Absolutely.
subscribing.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jim.
You guys.
Absolutely. Our buddy Jim always kills it on the production, and we really appreciate it.
There's too many lasers.
Little shout out to our friends over at Wook Plus.
Yeah,
We got to be on their podcast, Weekend Wooks. Really amazing. Another shout out, if you notice my beautiful earrings, if you are in the market for absolutely gorgeous and lightweight metal earrings, our friend Lizzie is Weaving Winds, and we will put the link down in the
Here.
comment section. Yeah, so
Or
that
here.
you could go ahead and order. She makes absolutely incredible jewelry that lasts, and like I said, they're super lightweight, super fun. I always get compliments on them, and you should go check out her site.
thank you again. We'll see you next time. Come see us at come and grab us at a show. Make sure you ash a cigarette onto us at a show.
No.
Just kidding. Peace. Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
thanks everybody. See you in 2024.
I could eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing. I said nothing can take away these blues like jam band news, 'cause nothing compares. Nothing compares to jam band news. Nothing compares. Nothing compares to jam band news.